Welcome back to Miss Kelly's Book Nook. Today is episode 3 in our Narwhal and Jelly series. Except on this one, Narwhal's marked out and it says peanut butter and jelly. Well, as we have with all of our Narwhal and Jelly books, let's check out the back of the book, shall we? So we've learned some really cool information about our author-illustrator Ben Clanton, aka Clantoons, such as he's a part-time merman, he's faster than a stationary bullet, and here we learn that he also eats peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He ate 41 of them while making this book. Interesting. So what do our favorite characters of Narwhal and Jelly have to say about this? I'm nuts for this book. It doesn't get better than this. I'll stick with you like PB&J. So, what does the fabulous Clantoons have in store for us today? Let's find out. Swoosh! A sweet and salty story. Nom 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 nom. Ahoy, Jelly! What is that small, strange waffle you're eating? Narwhal, this is not a waffle. It's a peanut butter cookie. Peanut butter? That sounds funny. What is it? What? You've never heard of peanut butter? Does it taste like a waffle? No. Like strawberries? Pickles? Stir-fried licorice? No, and ick. Maybe it tastes like stir-fried pickled licorice on strawberry waffles. Yuck! Have you actually eaten something like that before? No, not really. Actually, I pretty much only eat waffles. Phew. Wait a minute. Only waffles? You only eat waffles? Yep. That can't be true. What about spaghetti? You must have had spaghetti before. Spaghetti? Seriously? What about ice cream? Nope. That is just wrong. Pizza? No. Mashed potatoes? Is that anything like mashed waffles? Mashed waffles? Really? You must have had something other than waffles. Cake? Apples? Cheese? Pie? Artichokes? Marshmallows? Guacamole? Sushi? French fries? Nope. Narwhal, you can't eat just only waffles. Here, try this peanut butter cookie. Why? Have you ever heard of too much of a good thing? That's silly. How can you have too many waffles? Right. Never mind. But maybe you'll like this cookie even more than waffles. Good one, Jelly. Nothing is better than a waffle. How do you know? Unless you try it. Thanks, Jelly, but I think I'll stick with waffles. Just one little bite? I'll tell you what. I'll make you an extra large waffle if you just try this peanut butter cookie. How big would this extra large waffle be? Even bigger than you. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try a nibble. Hurt? Wait, some people are allergic to peanut butter. You aren't allergic to peanut butter, are you, Narwhal? Allergic? Don't think so. And you'll see there's a little disclaimer here at the bottom that says, the Allergic Aquatic Animals Awareness Association advises caution when trying a common allergen. We now return you to your regularly scheduled narwhal and jelly. But once I knew a seahorse who couldn't eat waffles. It was just the saddest thing I've ever heard. Yet she swore she was happy so long as she could eat gummy bears. Okay, here I go. One teeny tiny taste. Nibble, nibble. So what do you think? It's fantastic! So sweet. Nom, 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 nom. So salty. It's yummy. Nom, nom, nom. Smack, smack. It's scrumptious. Nom, nom. It's yumptious. It's all gone. Whoops. All right, it's time for our first activity. It also happens to be our toilet paper tube craft for the day. Now, because in the story, Narwhal tastes peanut butter for the first time, I had to do an activity involving peanut butter. Now, before you say, Miss Kelly, people are allergic. Not everybody could do this activity. You could use almond butter, another kind of nut butter, or you could even use this product here that I cannot show you the full name of because it's not in my license, but you can find this where you find peanut butter, and it is certified peanut and tree nut free, not to mention gluten-free and vegan. So this is another option. And if this still isn't okay with you, you could also use shortening from the baking aisle. It just might be a little greasier. And this is about one of the simplest projects we've done so far. We're just making a bird feeder. And let me show you my bird feeder. Can you tell how I made it? Super simple. Coat your toilet paper tube in your butter of choice. Roll it in birdseed. Attach a string, and then you can hang it out on a tree. You could even skip the string part and just feed the toilet paper tube onto a branch. And that's it. So have fun feeding the birds and enjoy your bird watching from outside your window. We'll see you in the next story. We interrupt this episode of Miss Kelly's Book Nook to bring you some delicious facts. Scientists believe narwhals suck up their food whole and eat mainly fish. I prefer waffles and peanut butter. Most jellyfish sting their prey with their tentacles before eating it. Blue whales, the largest animal ever, eat mainly tiny little krill. They eat oodles of them, as many as 40 million krill per day. Yum. Eek! Humpback whales work together to create complex bubble nets to corral fish to eat. Blub, 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 blub. Yeah! Round them up. Sea cucumbers eat all sorts of things, including poop. Yummy. Tiger sharks are often referred to as the trash cans of the sea because they will eat just about anything, from pigs to tires to explosives. I've got a tummy ache. We now return you to your regularly scheduled episode of Miss Kelly's Book Nook. All right, story number 2. Ahoy! Peanut butter? Notice anything different about narwhal? Whoa! Narwhal? Who? Me? Yes, you! Narwhal, what happened? You're all, oh, my name isn't Narwhal. My name is Peanut Butter. Peanut Butter? That's not a name. It is now. I used to go by Narwhal, but I love peanut butter so much, I decided to change my name. See? Ahoy! My name is Peanut Butter. What? You can't just change your name. Why not? Because it isn't normal. Oh. Well, I've never really wanted to be normal. Besides, this isn't the first time I've changed my name. It isn't? Nope. I used to be called Fred. Fred? Your real name is Fred? Well, before Fred, I was Bob. Bob? Seriously? Yep. And before that, I was Nautilus the Third. Oh, and I was called Janie for a while. And I often like to go by Sir Duckworth. Changing names is fun. But what is your real name? My real name? Yes, the name your parents gave you. Narwhal. So you are Narwhal. I'm Peanut Butter. Ugh. Look, Peanut Butter or Narwhal or Fred or whatever you're calling yourself, don't you think you're taking this peanut butter thing a bit too far? I mean, how much peanut butter have you eaten? I'm not exactly sure. I've been eating it non-stop ever since that cookie. Looks like I finished another jar. Time to go start a new one. See ya, Floyd. Floyd? Floyd. Okay, it's our second activity. So remember I told you that there was a website for Narwhal and Jelly, narwhalandjelly.com. And if you click on the tab that says Fun and Flotsam, you'll find all kinds of cool things like these coloring sheets. But you'll also find this little thing, Name Generator. Because if you'll remember in our last story, Narwhal decided to change his name to Peanut Butter. He's also gone by Fred and Bob and Nautilus the Third and Sir Duckworth. So what name would you have? So this name generator has a section here where you choose the first initial of your name. So the first initial of my name is K. That makes my first name Koala. And then you find the initial of your last name, and my last initial is B. So I am Koala Butter. Nice to meet you. I'm Koala Butter. Have fun finding this online and making up your own new name and the names of your friends. Once you've made your new name, why don't you create a story using you and your friends' new names? I'd love to see them. We'll see you in the next story. And now for the stunning conclusion to Super Waffle and Strawberry Sidekick. When last we left our heroes, they had just defeated the giant angry butter blob, but were faced with a giant pickle. Will our heroes make it? Let's find out. Super Waffle and Strawberry Sidekick versus PB&J. Written by Narwhal and Jelly, or Peanut Butter and Floyd. Super Waffle and Strawberry Sidekick have beaten angry robots and villainous blobs, so this pickle will be a piece of cake. Piece of pickle? But before they can take a slice out of that pickle, PB&J time! Woohoo! Sandwich! You're stuck, Pickle. I thought we were the greatest duo. That pickle was no big deal. But what's this? Jealous gelatinous jam! Jay! I'm in a jam! Super Waffle and Strawberry Sidekick to the rescue! That jam is no match for this jam. Click. Boom. Phew. PB&J Waffle Berry time. We now return you to Miss Kelly's Book Nook for the conclusion of Peanut Butter and Jelly. And our last story from Peanut Butter and Jelly is Peanut, aka Mini Narwhal. Can you see him? Narwhal? Or Peanut Butter? Ahoy, Floyd, aka Jelly. What's happened to you now? What do you mean? What do I mean? You're tiny! Oh, that. Well, when I woke up this morning, I was the size of a peanut. I think it might have something to do with all the peanut butter I've been eating. You really need to give this peanut butter thing a break. Oh, well, about that, I guess I'll have to. I've eaten all the peanut butter in the whole worldwide waters. All of it? Yep. Whoa. Okay. But what are we going to do about your being mini? Do? Yes. Aren't you worried you'll be peanut size forever? Not really. But how will you play ultimate cannonball with me? And your tutu won't fit. Your cape won't either. Shark might eat you by accident. Go. Ahoy. Or you might shrink into nothing. Poof. You could get stuck in a bubble. Whee! Or a wave could wash you to Antarctica. If elephants lived in the water, one could step on you or suck you up in its trunk. Chillax, Floyd. How can I chillax? This is awful. How are you okay with this? Because of the waffles. Now that I am super small, all the waffles will seem huge to me. I can eat giant waffles. Oh. Good point. The next day. Ahoy, Jelly, aka Floyd. Ah! What? How? You're enormous. Yep, pretty much. Must have been all those giant waffles. Isn't it super? But I thought you liked being tiny. I did, but now that I'm enormous, I can eat oodles of waffles. I'll break the world record for waffle eating. That is ingenious. Can you make 7,000 more, please? All right, it's time for our third activity, and quite possibly my favorite activity out of all the ones that we've done. One thing that's clear in Peanut Butter and Jelly by Ben Clanton, and really all of the Narwhal and Jelly books, is that Narwhal and Jelly are made for each other. They're such good friends. They make such a great pair, just like Peanut Butter and Jelly. And I'm willing to bet that you have a best friend out there that is the jelly to your peanut butter or the peanut butter to your jelly. And I'd like you to make a card for them that tells them just that. And here it is. We go together like peanut butter and jelly. Now, I'll put a link to the activity that inspired this idea in the description down below. But all I did was I took a piece of white cardstock and I cut out large squares out of brown cardstock, and then I cut these little curves on either side to make it look like bread. And I went around the edges with a brown marker to look like the crust, and then I glued them onto my white cardstock. And then this is just some homemade puffy paint, which is super easy to make and so much fun. It's just a mixture of glue and just plain shaving foam, and then some food coloring for the colors. Now, I went with grape jelly because that's my favorite, but maybe you like strawberry jelly, so you could choose a red puffy paint for your jelly. But to make the purple, obviously, I just used red coloring and blue, and thus it becomes purple. And then to make the brown, I mixed a little bit of all the colors. Now, you kind of have to play around with it to get the color that you want, but eventually you can get it. You have to kind of stir it and play around with it. And then you just spoon it on to your bread pieces here. And there you have it. Then you let it dry. Now, it does take a long time to dry, so be careful. Don't touch it until it's completely dry, or something like this might happen. Okay, so it may even take 24 hours or so, maybe even longer if you put a lot on it. So just give it plenty of time to dry, and then you can give it to your special friend and let them know how much you appreciate their friendship. All right, let's chat. So in Peanut Butter and Jelly, Narwhal has never tasted peanut butter before, and Jellyfish is encouraging him to try it. But Narwhal doesn't want to try it. He's happy just eating his waffles, and Jelly continues to push and encourages him to try it. And when Narwhal finally does try it, he discovers how much he loves peanut butter. Now, how often do we do that as people? We're scared to try new things because we think we won't like them, or we just don't know what to expect. But if we don't try new things, we will never grow and become who we're meant to be. Have a discussion with your kids about trying new things and how they can expand their world by facing their fears when they don't want to do something new. All right, it's bonus activity time. Now, remember when I told you that there's a narwhalandjelly.com? Well, if you click on the comics tab, one of the things you'll see is this. Why did the turtle cross the ocean? Why? To get to the other tide. Now, if you scroll down underneath that, you'll find this that you can download and print off yourself to use to make your own comic. And all you need is just a simple joke. Maybe you've already created one, or maybe you find one online or in a joke book. So here's mine. What is a Narwhal Book Club's favorite book? What? Harry Potter. I don't think Jelly thought it was that funny. But anyway, this is a good way to get started in making your own comics. And once you feel comfortable doing that, you can go to the Fun and Flotsam page on that same website and find this that you can download and print and make your own comic complete from start to finish. So let me show you mine. Narwhal. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Yes, Jelly. I just had an idea. What's that, Jelly? Together, we're peanut butter and jelly. Yummy. So you can use this template and make whatever comics you want, whether it's a Narwhal and Jelly or something completely different. It's entirely up to you. Use your creativity and imagination to make your own comic strip, and you can share it with everyone around you. So, it is time for our final bonus Narwhal craft and bonus Jellyfish craft. Now, our bonus Narwhal is super simple. I found it on Simple Everyday Mom, and like I said, links will be down below. And here it is. You can download the templates from her blog, and you print them out on different colored cardstock, cut them out, glue them together, and there you have your Narwhal. Super simple. And our last bonus activity is our bonus Jellyfish. I found this on Make Film Play. Again, link down below. And you can download this template. You want to take your watercolor paints, paint both sides of the jellyfish. Once it's dry, cut it out and cut up these strips up to this line to make the tentacles. And then glue the body onto a piece of construction paper or cardstock. And then you take a pen or a glue stick or anything round, really, and you just curl up the tentacles however you desire. And there you have the cutest little watercolor jellyfish. So that concludes our time for today and our Narwhal and Jelly series for now, because I'm sure there will be more Narwhal and Jelly books for us to explore in the future. But for right now, that's the conclusion of our series. So I hope you had just as much fun as I did with Narwhal and Jelly, and I hope you enjoy all of the special activities and crafts. And remember, videos are good, one-on-one is better. Read with your kids. See you next time. Bye.